Hello, everybody. Welcome to Mind Your Own Business. I'm your high performance business coach, Dr. Erin, and the success psychologist. And we're going to talk about rhinos today. Patti Culver, this is the rhino. And you've seen it in the back. It usually sits right back there. There's his butt. There's his side. We got a rhino from Amazon.com, everybody. Garth got me this rhino after I told him what I discovered in a book. So we're going to talk about channeling our inner rhino today. Okay. So let me set, as Patti calls him, Randy the rhino to the side. And let's talk about being a rhino and how it applies to APL Go. So this is not my idea. This book, Rhinoceros Success by Scott Alexander and foreword by Dave Ramsey. We all love Dave Ramsey, right? Rhinoceros Success. This is a great book to gift a new associate. It's a really fun, comical, easy read. I often gift my new business coaching clients this book. And it's just really, I don't know, it just leaves a mark, right? Which is why we're talking about it. So what the heck are we talking about today? Okay, so let me start with the foreword, and then we'll open it up for a little discussion, okay? Rhinoceros Success, the secret to charging full speed toward every opportunity. Okay. Open up your chat rooms, everybody. Here we go. Don't be a cow. Just write that down. Don't be a cow. Don't be a cow. Cows watch life go by, safe in the certainty that the risk and the noise are not for them. Cows cower before the face of bad news, bad markets, and the bears and bulls of life. You don't want to be a cow. You want to be a rhinoceros. You want to be a 3-ton rhinoceros, a hard-charging, snorting, furious rhinoceros, running full speed into opportunities and trampling every obstacle that stands in your way, fueled by confidence and eager for success. Rhinos charge through life. Success is theirs. And with this book, it will be yours too. Okay. I'm going to share this with you and then we're going to open it up. Rhinos are intense, passionate, and focused. Rhinos see where they want to go and they start charging, knocking down anything that gets in their way. Rhinos get things done. They are fired up, but most people don't want to win because they're mediocre. In the early days of my company, this is from Dave Ramsey. In the early days of my company, I decided that I wanted to surround myself with men and women who are just as focused, as energetic as I am about the work we're doing. I wanted to run with rhinos. So I want us to stop there for a second before I share some other points and share, where have you been a rhino before in your life? Before APL Go, where have you been a rhino and what was the result and how did it feel? Jennifer.
I'll say.
Well, it just popped in my head. I mean, I'm type A and I usually jump into whatever, but I realized after my husband passed away and maybe 4 years later, I really charged ahead and said, hey, you got to keep, I mean, I kept going, but I had so many life changes and so many, today's the first day of the rest of my life, but I remember then more than anything, like, you know what? I have to keep doing this. I keep doing what I'm doing. I get up every morning and I got to be strong for me first and then my kids. And everybody else too. I mean, you know, it's almost when you're in a situation, you kind of make everybody else feel good because they don't know what to say to you. Mm-hmm. And, you know, I found myself, you know, help counseling them too.
Wow.
But
wow.
but I really, I that's when I could stop therapy twice a week. Like I,
Yes.
a week. And that's because my girlfriend dragged me, got the phone book back in the day. That was 15 years ago. Back in the day, we had phone books. And she's like, you're going to my therapist. And she's looking her up. And I was like, therapist? Oh my God, I never had a therapist. Anyway, it was the best thing ever because they're the best. And yeah, forge ahead because I'm still can't believe I'm where I am today after losing my whole life. Yeah. So
way to channel your inner rhino.
yeah, I love it. I love that.
Thank you. Who else wants to share?
I do.
Kristen. And then we'll get to Patti.
Oh, Laura, yeah, Laura, you go.
Kristen.
Kristen first.
Me? Oh, okay. For me, it definitely, I saw something one time about when your kids are sick, all of a sudden you become like Sherlock Holmes and like all these other, like you just research it because, my older son, he missed almost his entire middle school because he used to play football, he used to play rugby, wrestle, all that stuff. And then out of nowhere, he started getting these horrible headaches. Finally got those fixed. And then he couldn't walk straight. Like he couldn't walk without falling into walls, without fainting, without doing all of this stuff. So took him to doctors. Doctors said it was all in his head. He was in a wheelchair, like just kept going to doctors and it was all in his head and he was depressed. And it's like, well, what came first? Not being able to walk or being depressed. So eventually, being in Boulder, what's nice is we can go to a lot of holistic and there's a lot of traditional and non-traditional health options out here. And we just kept going to places and kept trying different things. And finally, somebody diagnosed what was wrong with him. And it turns out a lot of doctors aren't familiar with it. And it can often take people like 2 or 3 years to get diagnosed. We were lucky it only took us about a year. But yeah, so I think just forging ahead and not accepting from these doctors, yeah, it's in his head, ended up going to Mayo, doing a program there. And now he's thriving. He's on the varsity tennis team and doing great.
Oh, Kristen,
So,
I honor your inner rhino. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, definitely as a mama, the rhino comes out. So
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Oh, thank you, Kristen. Wow. Patti.
Well, one thing that really stands out to me is when I was diagnosed with cancer, and it was kind of bizarre because I had kind of gone to the end of my rope with my employer and a lot of stuff going on. I was really depressed. Now I was ill, but a couple of years after I was diagnosed with cancer, I was diagnosed with Lyme disease. I had them both at the same time. And I had to just submit, but be willing to go through anything I had to go through to get on the other side. And it was a 10-year journey, but I made it.
10-year journey, Patti?
Yeah, because I had 3 surgeries, 3 rounds of and then I had the Lyme disease, which took 7 years to go away. So yeah, it was a long haul. But I think I'm better for it.
I would say that actually created your rhinoceros-like traits because you are a rhino. You're like relentless.
Thank you.
Anyone else want to share before I go on?
I do. I'll make it really short.
No,
I also want to talk about being a mom and being a rhino, and I'm not going to go into any details really. Just say that I have 4 children. In age, they are only 4 years apart from top to bottom. And we adopted them when we had 1 child. We adopted 3 more within 6 months.
Oh,
so
good.
yeah, I was crazy. I know.
Yes.
Then we thought everything was going to be perfect. You know how you do. We were so Pollyanna, but it wasn't perfect, and it continued to get less perfect. And when I put them in school, then I had to deal with the schools, and I had to do all that, fighting about whether or not there's problems, and they say, no, there aren't. And there are, and fighting programs in the district. And there were a lot of really good people who helped, but it was definitely where I had to learn to be a rhino and stick up for my kids, go in at the beginning of the year and say, here's what you need to know. Don't even start school till you know this. And then I would have to be there. And if it meant running in and slamming my hand on the principal's desk to tell him, you will fix this, I did everything I had to do. For my kids.
Laurie, okay,
Yes.
this is amazing. Laurie, that's amazing. Okay, let's move on. I'm going to read something else. That's unbelievable, Laurie. Okay. The first order of your day as a rhino is to charge. Hopefully you have something to charge at. We have APL Go. You must have some goals that will add purpose to your life as a rhinoceros. If you have been getting up every morning to work all day just to buy yucca yucca bushes for dinner and pay the rent, then it's time to get mad. It's time to get disgusted. It's time to say, I've had enough of being lazy, being a lazy cow, grazing in the pasture day after day. I am fed up with doing nothing, seeing nothing, and accomplishing nothing. I woke up this morning as a rhinoceros. I am going to sacrifice the security and complacency of the pasture and live a rhinoceros life of excitement and adventure in the jungle. I am going to be a rich rhino. Okay, share with me your thoughts, everybody. Have you been a cow grazing in the pasture? Do you want to be a rich rhino? This is why Garth bought me the rhino. Okay, share with me your thoughts.
Hello, everyone. It's Anna.
Hi,
So,
Anna.
why are all of these animals like large animals that we are living up to? I'm like, I was a cow. I've been an elephant. Now I'm going to be a rhino. Like, I'm like, I've done it all. But yeah, I mean, for me, I've been saying that I'm in elephant mode from a post I think that Tony Banuelos did, saying
Yes.
like elephants just take time to get there. And I've been doing that with so much just figuring things out, because even though I'd done network marketing, I never studied the industry or things or leadership. And so I've just been learning so much. And it's like, okay, I feel really good. I feel like I am ready to lead. And now it is rhino time. So I am transitioning cow to elephant to rhino.
Okay, so Anna is not going to be an elephant anymore. Anna is in Matt Morris's program. Anna is studying all the things. Anna reminds me a lot of myself 5 years ago when I was in all the things and I was learning, and it was so fun. And it's going to show up in her business, and she will be the millionaire philanthropist. And I love that she's recognizing she's going to change her identity from an elephant to a rhino.
And I'm totally stealing this for my live today, because I was trying to figure out what I was going to do on my live for my Facebook, and I am totally stealing it, and I will credit you as well.
No, this is what you do in lives. You say,
I can tell people that you're my upline, and I get these amazing things being on this team. It's a perfect selling point.
Anna, this is what I do in my lives. We share what we learn, and then we say, let me tell you what I learned today. Like, it doesn't have to be your new thought, everybody. Okay, awesome. What are your other thoughts about that, anybody?
Dr. Erin, I just have to share this shirt I have, so Anna doesn't have to just be a rhino.
No. Why? Why is a rhino on that shirt?
He's on the treadmill. He's chasing his dreams to be like a unicorn.
I'll be a unicorn rhino.
You can be a unicorn rhino.
I love it.
His horn, he's like, oh, I can be a unicorn. You guys, APL Go is a unicorn. I've never seen anything like
exactly.
it.
Yes, charge.
Kristen, I'm not just being cheeky. I've never seen anything like this. It's a freaking unicorn in network marketing. Oh, that's hysterical. Okay, let's just note, like, from one bodybuilder to the rest of you, rhinos are very muscular.
I'll go with that part of the rhino then.
And they're fat. They're fat.
Anyone else want to share before I go on? Okay.
Do you believe, though, that there's different types of animals you are for different types of your life?
Oh, absolutely.
Right? Because sometimes you got to be a rhino. Actually, you can be a different animal in every part of your day.
Every part of your day.
Yeah. And so when you can engulf all of the different animals, because it just, I mean, sometimes we're a rhino and then we'll be a cow, and then because things just don't bother you and you're just in certain spaces because you have to save the energy to be the rhino. Just
Or just like a soft monkey. Like I'm a soft monkey, soft, fluffy monkey to my children at times, right? I'm not always a rhino. Okay, awesome. Okay, so let's talk about this. Rhinos have 2-inch thick skin. Their skin is 2 inches thick. Okay. Luckily for you, you've got that 2-inch thick rhinoceros skin. You are the rhinoceros and you can handle a lot of adversity. You almost enjoy taking the punches because you know that that it is toughening you up. The more successful a rhino you become, the bigger the torpedoes. That's okay. You're a thick-skinned, mad, charging rhinoceros, and the torpedoes will run out before you ever go back to being a lazy old cow in the pasture. Keep charging. Okay, so in APL Go, in the world of network marketing, where do we need to develop our 2-inch thick skin, and how have you developed that? I mean, I'm just going to give a shout out to Erin Oksol. Erin Oksol has been working the interwebs. She had 9 calls yesterday with cold market leads. She scheduled 9 calls, 9 in one day. They all said no. That is a rhinoceros with 2-inch thick skin. You think she'll be a millionaire? Of course she'll be a millionaire.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And it's not fun to have 2-inch thick skin all the time. Yes, Kristen, have to charge ahead. Okay, where do you need to develop a little more thick skin in APL Go? Who wants to share?
Besides the nose, I think just all the haters. I've so many people, your friends, your family, people that are close that you just want them to support you in what you're doing and they don't get it. And you just have to keep smiling and say, thanks for your opinion. And then think, I will call you when I'm a millionaire philanthropist.
So, Anna, this is huge. I am following Andy Frisella on 75 Hard, and I'm in his program, oh my God, what's it called? Oh,
75.
What?
75 Hard. I saw that on the internet.
Program,
right?
Why have I blocked the name of this program? Anyways. Heather, what is it?
I'm thinking, but it's that avant-garde one that I'm thinking
good
of.
Lord. Anyways,
I'll look it up. Hang on just a second.
Anyways, he has been teaching me. He's a billionaire, and Ed Milet, him and him run this thing. He has been teaching me that if you can learn to fight the enemy, you will be way ahead of your game. And the enemy doesn't have to be a person. The enemy can be a construct that network marketing is bad. The enemy can be everyone's losing their jobs. The enemy can be the time we're living in right now is a shit show. And I am going to fight. Thank you, arete. Thank you, which means excellence in Greek. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Heather. And while we don't need to think negatively about certain people, we can use the pain and the agitation and the anger to fuel us. So if feelings are just information, which I've told you they are, anger is quite often for me the entry point into problem solving. So anger shows up in my life. I get agitated about something in my life and I'm like, frick. Okay, what are we going to do about this? And when you view it like that, it's quite a gift. And what I'm going to do about that is I'm going to go show that network marketing is not a scam, and it's not a weird thing, and it's not a pyramid scheme, and it's not a let me show you my check. And it actually is a business, and it's really hard, and it's really great, and all the things and all the lies that I've been told about network marketing, I'm going to use as my enemy and go and fight them. So you do not need to dismiss your agitation. If rhinos are charging at something, there's a reason. And feelings, if they are truly information, can be our inspiration. So Patti, I want you to sit with, look in the chat room, everybody. I want you to just ponder, and it's hard to ponder this when you're a beautiful Christian woman, but I want you to ponder what agitates you. What agitates you? What agitates you? Is it that people aren't getting paid what they're worth? Is that people are dependent on the government to give them a paycheck, and when someone says they're done, they're done? Whatever it is that's agitating you about this world that we're living in, because there's lots to pick from, I want you to choose that agitation and say, ooh, 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 that's the enemy. I am going to fight that agitation, and I am going to charge at it, and I'm going to go set the captives free.
I had a pedicure the other day, and I sat next to a young single mother who was complaining about how hard her job is on her, and she can't do it, and she wants to provide for her child. And I said, hey, can we talk for a minute? And I kind of explained what I did a little bit, not too much, just it's network marketing, blah, blah, blah. And she turned a deaf ear. And I wanted to shake her. I wanted to shake her because I'm like, listen, you don't know what you're saying no to. It can change your life. But that's something that really agitates me.
I know. It agitates most people who are in a growth mindset.
Right.
And so I want us to use that agitation to prove them wrong. That you put me in a box, or the world has put something in a box, and let me go show you the box no longer applies. So your enemy is a construct. It's a, right, Maxanne? And yes, Kristen, people who do nothing to try to solve their problems, yes, they agitate me too. And I try to use my pain and my agitation to be like, oh, let me go show you. And it's not in a sense of me versus them. It's just fuel. And so when you realize you can solve your problems by using the agitation as your fuel, there's a lot to be agitated about right now. And for some reason, God has said, we are all here and born at such a time as this. And I would like to object. I would like to say, I would like to be born into a different time, but I don't have that power. So God has put us here for a reason. And so I have to say, okay, so action is the thing to solve my agitation. Okay, last concept, we gotta go. Okay. Plan to be a rich rhino, plan and then charge, and sure enough, you will be a rich rhino. But if you plan too many things to charge at, your rear end might not follow your front. That could slow you down. Plan your attack and then attack your plan. When James said, the more I learn about this company, and he has the ability to look at 25 network marketing companies' back offices. I don't know how. I don't know how it's legal, but he does it. And he says, I thought we would be $1 billion company. That's not the case. We will be a $10 billion company. We will be the doTERRA of the world without needing the educational piece that bogs down doTERRA. We will be Amazon, but better because they haven't changed their system in 15 years. When he sees that, okay, what do we need to charge ahead at maybe for the next year? Could you give something a year and charge? Do you need to? Are you charging it too many things? Share with me your thoughts. I want to charge it all the things because I am an entrepreneur and I like to create shit till the day I die, which is the definition of an entrepreneur. Create epic shit till the day you die is the definition of an entrepreneur. So it's very hard for me to stop creating the epic shit in all the other areas of my life and focus on this. But what do you need to charge at? Happy anniversary, Patti.
Thank you.
Me too, honey, me too. And I'm so proud of myself for the decision I made a year ago. I'm so proud of myself. I want you to feel that. Okay, recruiting. Yeah, that is the focus. I know, Jennifer, no, 1 year tomorrow. Try to focus. Like today I'm following up. Okay, so I'm charging ahead. Channel your inner rhino, everybody.
Erin, so the one thing that I posted about was, and it got quite the thing, was I quit. Remember I quit? The lesson you did on I quit? And it goes into I quit the things that I'm banging my head against the wall with. Right? Because I've tried to save certain things, but yeah, I was, and I kick myself for not diving into this a year ago full on. But I had just different things that were going on. But at the same point, so here we sit at year 2, and it's, I quit to the things that don't serve me.
Thank you. I want you all to think about that. What do you need to quit? We are potentially 1 week, 2 weeks away from our customer program being slick solid. When you sign up a $100 customer, you're going to make $35 on average. That adds up fast, people. Take your dream ideal budget. Imagine a company that's going to support you with customer bundle deals. This month it's Breathe Easy. Next month it's Immunity. Next month it's Beauty. All around $100. Imagine you could build the bundle for Heather Andrews and say, here's what you need based on what you said. Go and buy this. And she clicks on it and buys it. Imagine the possibilities of that. You are rhinos. You have charged ahead in the freaking jungle. It will never be this difficult again. I'm going to go get on a call right now. I'm 4 minutes late. There will be good news. It's never going to be this difficult again. And you are here. Do you know it's so much easier for all of us to find customers than associates? For 1 year, we've only built associates. We have gone through the jungle. We have been rhinos with our big butts. We have been rhinos, people. And we have big butts and we cannot lie. And we are gonna go, we're gonna charge forward and I love you. And that's why Garth bought me that rhino. And now you know that Randy the rhino is because we're charging ahead and we're not being cows and we're not out to pasture and we're not chewing our cud. We are going after and charging towards our dreams. And I love you. And maybe rhinos will be our new mascot. Maybe. Okay. I love you. I have to get off the call. I love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.